Hey guys, today I'm going to show you another project I've been working on. This is actually a video also for Steve, who owns this one. And this is a Korg Trident MKII. And this is a new one for me. I've never worked on one of these, and I've worked on the Korg monopolys and stuff, but this is the first Trident I've ever really had my hands on. So it's a really interesting and fun project for me. It's always fun to learn new architectures and stuff from working on memory moogs and polymogs and so forth. Anyways, this one here had a lot of problems I've had to work out. The biggest problem it had was some of the octaves didn't work. So like the brass octave 8, it was not working. Strings, octave 4 was missing voices. And then the same thing inside the actual synthesizer section as well. I'm going to kind of show you what's inside one of these guys for anybody curious. It's a pretty complex synthesizer and a lot different architecture than most. And as you can see, it's full of boards. It's absolutely full. But what this thing does, the theory of operation is, this is your tone source board, which actually holds your voices. And what it actually has, it has two VCOs, divider circuits, which actually takes that and it generates your 16, 8, and 4 off these oscillators. And then it goes into CMOS switches where actually it controls the signal path, the bus rails for all the voices, and for all the other functions. So what it's actually doing is generating the tone source for every section of this synth, is what it actually does. And then the signal sent is routed into the filters, and then the EGs control it. And for your synthesizer section, it goes to your brass section, which it has its envelope generators and filter. And then it goes to the string section, which actually has the chorus effect and all that built into it. So it's a pretty interesting concept here. But this one here, actually what happened to it is it had battery leakage, 8 tracings, did all kind of nasty stuff to this board. And so really primarily all your issues on this one was just trying to figure out the tracings that were bad. And somebody had already went through it before me. They had actually started retracing things and got some things fixed. One of the issues I had with this one though was that with the brass 8, for example, the rank 8 footage, I would see a signal here on your pin. I could actually see it go logic high and low based off the switch setting. It goes to resistor network. I'd actually see it change at the resistor network, but on the other side of the resistor network there was nothing. And what it was actually doing is getting pulled down. I checked the resistor network, it was fine. And there was actually a short on your CMOS switches for turning that signal on to your brass section. And so it actually turned out, I flipped it over and sure enough there's a solder splash, a very small one, but enough to short out the bus. And so cleaned that up and I got that working. The rest was just still fighting tracings. I had to trace out some more areas and fix some trace damage. And so just always nasty, guys. If you got one of these, please change that battery because it's horrible. And actually, I'll be changing this battery. Somebody put the same style of battery in it, but I'm changing that because that'll probably leak again in the near future. So just go in and fix that and eliminate that. So really, most of the issues were right here in this board with voice 7. And that was primarily the issues. The other issues was actually you had some multiplexing problems. It was in the interface board. What happened is that you would change the PWM speed control and it would actually control resonance. And then the envelope generators didn't really work exactly right. The release time wasn't exactly right. And there's just some things messed up. Well, it turned out to be 2 bad multiplexer chips up here as well on the program board. So I had to go through your program board and replace those and got all that working. And so now everything's working like it should, and it plays great. We do need to do a recap on it though, because it has some corrosion starting on some of these caps. Same capacitor brands as in the memory moog, and they're just horrible caps. They really weren't that great a cap when they were installed, but you can kind of see here that kind of green pigment on the leg of this one. Well, they're all over the place. That's just one of them, but all of these have corrosion on them. And basically electrolytic caps, they age and they start leaking the actual fluid that's in them. And there's a rubber seal that seals them and they just deteriorate, so they start leaking. and that's really what happens. But I'm just going to take a minute here and just kind of show you how this thing sounds, guys, for anybody curious. Now, I'm a little rusty today. My hands are really cold. I've been having a hard time getting this shop warm, so it's actually affecting tuning and everything here. But I'll just kind of give you an idea here of how this thing sounds. What's really cool about this one is it's actually, since it's 3 sections, they've actually fixed where you can split each section to different parts of the keyboard. For instance, I've got the brass on the low end. And of course, you can hear now the rank 8 octave works. For all voices, 16 works. For all voices. Combine them, something like that. Then you got the synthesizer section. Of course, as you can hear now, go here. You can see now the PWM works. The filter works. So all that's working like it's supposed to. I'll turn back. So that is the brass section with the synthesizer. You've also got a string section here. And that's actually the rank 4 octave for that, which was missing voices. And you can hear they're all working now. Rank 8 is working. And rank 16. So everything's working like it should. What's also cool about it is that when you combine these, you can actually put effects on it too, which I'll show you that in a minute. Well, it's also because it's got this built-in flanger, so you can do things like this with it. I'm going to actually put it on. Let's put it on the strings. So we'll go here. Oh, that's right. I got the keyboard split. So you got this little switch here where you can actually turn the keyboard full for strings, brass full. So now we'll put them all together here. This is just the strings right now. But you can control the intensity, the feedback, and the speed, or you can do it in manual mode. To me, I typically like a really slow flange. Put that flanger on the synth. So you get something like this. I gotta clean these pots too. Really good sound. This thing's really cool, and of course put the synths all together. sound. I'd almost say it's as powerful as a memory Moog, but in a different way. It's not really. It doesn't really have the synth sounds like a memory Moog because you don't have the wave shapes and all that exactly. You got pulse width, so you can kind of shape the synthesizer section. So, for instance, if I do this right here. There you go. Now we can hear it. So as you can hear. So you can go to zero pulse, basically. That's a 50% duty cycle square wave. Let me go ahead and PWM. A really cool sound. I'm very impressed with it, honestly. I've never played one of these, so this is just a really good treat to get my hands dirty on one as well as get to play it. But anyways, guys, I just want to make a quick video here and show this thing off, and Steve, show you that it is working. It's not complete yet, but I just want to give you a good update here and show you that it was working. And this may be my last video before Christmas, guys, so Merry Christmas to all of you. And hope y'all all have a great New Year. Take care.